What is up, everybody? Renfail here, back again with another Rogue Trader beta guide. And today we're diving into my Marksman character, who is the first character I played through the game with. And I feel pretty comfortable with it now. It's not what I thought it was going to be, which is why I kind of want to sit down here and give my thoughts on the Marksman class in general. And it's very interesting because I was playing him at the same time I think her name is Argenta in my group for a long time, and then I got rid of her and picked up the Tech Priest guy, Pascal, I think is his name, because I didn't feel like I needed two marksmen in the group. But I have to say that once you get deeper into the marksman, it's a pretty versatile build, and there's a lot of stuff you can do depending on how you spec the character. So what I kind of want to talk about is my spec and the way that I've leveled up my marksman and how I've been playing him, and maybe that's something that'll help you out as you decide to create your own marksman in the Rogue Trader beta and eventually getting towards the live. Now, before we go any deeper into this, this does not have any combat in it. If you're looking for my marksman in action and you want to watch combat videos, go check out the videos in the playlist down below, because there's a whole series dedicated to the first playthrough of this particular character up through chapter 1 all the way to chapter 2, where you can see the marksman in action. But I typically don't show combat in my guides per se, because we're talking more about the spec and the trees that I've taken, the talents and everything that we've taken, the abilities that we've taken as we've leveled up this character. So without further ado, we're going to dive into the doctrine here for my guy as the marksman, and we're going to talk about all the choices I've made to date. If all of that sounds fun to you, awesome. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at 5:30 a.m. every single day and 8 p.m. every single night. Multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And there's a Discord, so check all the stuff out. And let's go ahead and look at how I've leveled up my marksman. So right out of the gate, shot on the run is one of the best abilities you're going to get in the game, because essentially it gives you 2 attacks per round. So the way combat works here is every single time you enter into combat, you get movement, which happens at the beginning of your turn. After you've done your movement, you then get your action, where you get to take a shot or do something. You take your actions until you've run out of points, have action points. But once you've done that, the marksman has this ability called Shot on the Run, which gives you a +2 agility bonus and 2 movement points, and your next attack costs 1 action point less. Now, you do have a little bit of a penalty to things, but it doesn't count toward the limit of attacks per turn. This essentially allows you to move another short distance and fire again, or you can just stay in position if you're happy with your cover that you're in and just use it to trigger another attack, which is great because it gives you 2 attacks per round. It's really, really cool. Then to level up along the way, I took Demolition at level 2 along with Dash. Dash allows me to dash in a selected direction, spending all my movement points. It does not provoke an attack of opportunity, and you could dash through allies and enemies. So this is a great sort of escape option. If you find yourself surrounded and you need to get away, you can trigger this and quickly get out of melee range of the guys who are trying to block your range attacks. Because if you're surrounded by melees, if anybody's within melee distance of you, you can't use your ranged abilities, which sucks as a marksman. I learned that lesson very early on. I then took Exploit Setting at level 3, which gave me a 10% cover efficiency for full covers, 20% for half covers, and I took Awareness. Awareness being good for, all sorts of different things. So it's one of those things where I like to level it up along the way. Then at level 4, you get Heroic Act, Military Experience, and Military Excellence. Now, these are really cool. So essentially, you gain the ability to make a number of free attacks equal to your weapon's rate of fire, which is really awesome. So, and the first attack against a new enemy automatically deals a critical hit. So one of the ways you could do this is you could just take that and you'll get multiple attacks, again, based upon the number of free attacks and your rate of fire. But essentially just target new enemies each time, and you get a crit hit against them each time. Or you can focus fire and burn someone down really quickly if you have a boss mob. It's really cool. It's very cool. I'm a big fan. And then more Awareness. Then at level, let's say 2, 3, 4. At level 5, I took, again, a Ballistic Skill, which is great for your ballistics, and Fired Up, which every time you deal damage, your critical hit damage is increased by 3% until the end of combat. Very cool stuff. Next level, more ballistics, and then Revel in Slaughter, which gave me a BS, and then a critical hit damage bonus, and another bonus to my critical hit chance till the end of combat. Now, this is a trigger roll thing. You'll need to turn it on. It's available after you've killed 3 enemies. So you have to kill 3 enemies first, and then you can trigger it. And once you've toggled it, you get this buff. It's really cool. Next level, I took more ballistics and more demolition. Then I took rapid reload, which costs 2 AP less, which is awesome. And the first reload in combat is free, followed by more demolition. And then you get to your special abilities. And I went with this one, which is Military Excellence Upgrade 3. Until the end of combat, all your attacks are 20% harder to dodge, and they gain +2 penetration. Then I went with Unpredictable, which gives me an agility bonus to my critical hit chance, doubled against enemies from which you have a cover at the moment of the shot, and then more ballistics. And then I went with Ready Go, which immediately spends all of your AP and MP to get a 30% bonus to your cover efficiency. And the next time you use Shot on the Run, which is the ability we talked about at the very beginning, you get to spend all of your action points of movement points plus you get those back, you gain all of those back, plus you get 1 additional AP. And you reset all of your marksman abilities except for Shot on the Run. And it's really cool. More ballistic skill, then more ballistic skill, and then more demolition. And then Taste the Pain was the last one I leveled up. I'm currently level 13. And after I deal damage to 3 different enemies, the next attack in the combat is going to deal a bunch of extra damage. So that's how I've chosen to level my Marksman. Through the beta so far up to level 13. I would consider this to be a pretty good starter build if you're just going to be someone who likes ranged combat and that's it. I'm using, if we go into my weapons, I'm using a long lass, which is essentially, it's a really cool, it's just a really cool weapon, man. I mean, there are other types of weapons. You know, there's their bolts and your auto rifles and shotguns and stuff. But I like the longless. It's essentially a laser rifle, and 20%, 30% additional hit chance. The rate of fire is kind of slow, but you get Deadeye Shot, which does a ton of damage. And it doesn't do the burst fire like you can get with other weapons, but it does give you that Deadeye Shot, which I find to be incredibly useful. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. And then the single shot works very well as well. So that is how I have chosen to level up my particular Marksman through the early levels of the game. I'll probably call this video something like, you know, my starter build for the Marksman. I had a lot of fun playing this character. I would have kept going other than I came to that game-breaking bug at the end of Chapter 1 where I couldn't progress to Chapter 2, so I'm currently working on an Adept right now. So to learn more about the Adept, make sure you watch the other videos that I'm doing right now and the playthroughs and the live streams and everything else. And of course, we'll be going through the fighter and the leader as we get closer to launch. And I still haven't decided what I'm going to be playing at launch quite yet. It's either going to be a marksman or a fighter, and I haven't fully decided yet. But having a lot of fun with this game. Hopefully you are as well. If you want to know more about Rogue Trader, simply check out the playlist below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you found this video useful. And hopefully we see you in one of the other live streams, which happen every single day, 5:30 in the morning Central Time, 8 p.m. in the evenings, multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, we're all over the place. So tune in. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, happy gaming, enjoy Rogue Trader.